Gonna say to you, bow, bow, bow. It's a win-win situation with games and interviews. Every win-win situation is fun for me and
Welcome to another exciting episode of Win-Win Situation with
Joe
and Yvonne and our guest,
Amanda?
Hi, Amanda.
Hi
Hi,
guys.
Amanda.
How are you today?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for having me on Win-Win Situation. I'm pumped.
We're so excited to have you. Woo!
Thanks for being on Win-Win Situation.
Just for that, we're going to play a game with you to start. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So, before we start, let's do a little introduction of you. Amanda is so many things, and why don't you tell us a couple of the things that you like to do?
Okay. I am a radio DJ. I like to play music and talk on the radio and host programs. I am a pet care specialist. I've had a dog walking business for 20 years. And I'm a writer. I like to write blog entries and short stories and nonfiction, which is a silly term, but it means things that are true.
Truth is good. Hopefully we get to hear a little bit of that later today.
Sure, anytime.
And for anyone that's listening, where can they find any of your archives of shows that you've done?
You can search for, I guess, just Amanda Nazario, WFMU. And I also have writing up at amandanazario.com.
Awesome.
Right.
Thank you for that. So now we're ready to play a game.
Okay.
And we want you to feel like a winner. So it's going to be impossible to not win. This one is called Please Don't Eat My Cat.
Oh, I don't know if I can win this one.
Well, the object of the game is, Amanda, and we have lots of faith in you. Just don't eat the cat. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, she's not eating it. The cat is.
She's only fawning over it.
The cat is sitting there minding its own business, and nothing is happening to the cat. The cat is totally fine. No.
Amanda, you look tempted.
Just I wish he was putting mustard on his.
Yeah.
Whoa. That cat just went into some kind. Oh, it's back out! It jumped back out at her.
Oh, this is your chance, Amanda. You can eat the cat if you want to.
Nope, she's totally peaceful.
Not gonna do it.
Not going to do it. She's not doing it. Yay! That's a lot of points you just got for not eating the cat.
Good job, Amanda.
You win.
Does the cat need anything? Is it safe?
I'm giving it some dry food right now.
Okay,
The cat is safe, and yeah. It kind of went into a concrete room for a second there and then leapt back out. I thought that was really adorable.
Well, I thought it was kind of appetizing, so that made it more of a challenge for me.
Did you say it had mustard on its back?
Yeah, it was tempting me, trying to get me to lose the round, and
So it was very close.
Yeah, most guests don't eat cats normally, but I didn't really stop to think what would happen if someone actually was appetized. Like, it could actually happen on the show, but it didn't, and that's why you get the points.
Yay! Go, Amanda.
very hard 1 point.
So, you were saying that you are a pet care specialist, and does that have anything to do with the fact that you didn't eat this cat?
I've really trained myself over a number of years to never eat or chew or take a bite out of any of the pets that I'm hired to manage. So
I'm sure your clients would be very happy to hear this.
Yeah.
That's very professional of you. And that's speaks to the longevity of your small business, that you have ethics.
Thank you so much for saying that, Joe.
Yeah. I'd put it in a 5-star review, honestly.
All right. When I get putting myself on Yelp, which I will never do.
Yeah. No, I run a tour business that also relies on reviews, and Yelp is not my favorite.
Yeah, but it does make a huge difference.
I'm not embedding that widget on my website, is what I'm saying.
Idea not to.
So right here we have 3 buttons, and one of them is red, one of them is yellow, and one of them is blue. So why don't we present the yellow one?
Okay.
Okay. See, this is a very nice one. I really like yellow. Which button do you want to press, Amanda?
I really want to press the red one.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
All
I
right.
mean, who wouldn't want to press the red? Ugh. Amanda.
It just squished it just squished. It didn't even press down. It just collapsed. It's made of gelatin.
Did you wash your hands, Amanda?
I'm going to have to wash them now.
Yeah, I guess so. Why don't you choose a different button?
Okay. I choose the yellow button.
Okay. Press the yellow button.
Oh, Nikes.
Guess what? You just blew up the Mona Lisa.
That was,
Good job.
man, we're in Detroit and we heard that all the way over here. That was a loud explosion.
3 points for blowing up the Mona Lisa. Why don't you just press the other button? Go ahead.
Okay.
Bluey, here we go.
All right, here's the blue button. Whoa. Oh, that's 3. That's 4.
No. That took a lot of blowing up. You just blew up the Hollywood
Yay!
sign.
No more Hollywood sign.
Yay!
Who needed that thing anyway?
Not long live Hollywood.
Nah.
Nope.
I never thought that I would get to this point where I'd be blowing up the Hollywood sign and the Mona Lisa.
I mean, here we're here to empower you at Win-Win Situation. We want you to feel empowered.
That's also why we broadcast from international waters, so that there's no liability for terrorist actions.
Very smart.
We've got it all figured out.
So,
The D is still standing at the end of the Hollywood sign, though. The work is unfinished. We'll have to finish that in another show.
we could take it and make a Detroit sign.
Oh, Detroit. Yeah, sure.
Have you ever been to Hollywood, Amanda?
Yes, I have. And I really like Los Angeles. I want to go there more often. I've never been to Detroit, though. That I feel like is a real hole in my repertoire.
Well, lucky for you, Joe is a Detroit tour guide.
I'm a tour guide of Detroit. I run Backseat Detroit tours, and I'm happy to give you a tour. In fact, I bet that could be a prize that you could win on this show, honestly. And I'll tell you, Detroit is just like LA, except no entertainment industry.
They tried. They attempted to be here.
They attempted,
but they pulled out.
Yeah. Other than that, it's identical.
Cool.
Lots
So
of
people
cars.
really cool, and they like to eat outdoors.
We have some people eating outdoors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And especially with the whole pandemic thing, it became even more of a thing, normalized thing.
Yeah.
People eating outdoors. So
And are people laid back?
That's a good question.
People are kind of fake nice, and there's some of that in LA too. People are kind of like really polite, even if they don't like you.
That's all right. I can hang with that.
And in New York, people kind of tell you what they think, and it's
like,
much more time. It's much more
"Hey,
time efficient.
I think you need a pizza. That's what they say in New York, right?
Yeah, everyone on the street when I visited, I was like,
Hey!
which way to the Statue of Liberty? Hey, you're gonna pizza. Yeah, that was New York for me.
It's like you're right here. It's funny.
What's one of your favorite things about living in New York City?
There are many different kinds of people no matter where you go. You can like stand on a street corner with people from different countries and, of different religions and different skin colors and, people speaking different languages everywhere. And I feel like there are very few places in the world, and certainly like very, very few places in the US that are like that, where there's so much diversity.
Yeah, it's like a different world altogether.
What was the famous magazine cover that was like a cartoon of Manhattan that goes to the west, and like once it gets to the Hudson River, like the landscape beyond that is just like Canada, China, like the whole rest of the world is just like a couple of things after like 11th Avenue.
Yeah,
that's an avenue, right? 11th, that's an avenue, right?
It is. You're right.
Great, good.
So, we're going to do a fun little game called Tony Questions. He's our favorite guy. He's a little guy. He comes in and he's like, hey, we're going to ask you some questions. So hopefully, Amanda, hopefully you like questions. Why don't we cue up some nice music for this, huh? Hi, my name is Tony Questions.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, Amanda, how you doing?
Hey, Tony Questions. This is your brother, Roni Questions.
Oh, look, my brother Roni Questions is here too.
Together we can make 40 questions if we wanted to, but that's too many, so we won't.
Yeah, Roni, you don't got good ideas. Let's keep it to 20 questions.
Okay.
What do you think, Amanda? 20 questions or 40 questions?
I'm down for 20, no more.
Yeah, Amanda is on a strict time limit, and she got a point for being
correct.
Efficient and correct.
You're correct, okay?
That's
okay.
Right. Okay, do you want to go first? You
All
can
right.
go first.
Yeah, Tony Question's gonna go first. All right, because we're brothers. We split up the task. You ready for this?
We could be doing 40, but we're only going to do 20.
I'm ready.
This music's a little loud, Roni.
It sure is. Let's turn it down. Oh, that's better.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yes, that's very pleasing.
What do you think, Amanda, about the sound level?
The sound level sounds mwah.
Ah, yeah, Amanda's
mwah,
a
mwah,
good.
mwah,
Yeah,
mwah,
Amanda's
mwah. I love that sound level.
All right, Amanda, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, how many bananas in a bunch?
12.
Yes, you got it. What's for dinner?
A pork chop.
Yes, you got it. What's your middle name?
Danger.
Danger. Danger is the middle name of the co-host of this show's partner.
Oh, I didn't know. Is it really?
It's his middle name.
Maybe they're related.
Dr. Danger.
Dr. Danger.
That's right.
You're not the only one, Amanda. All right. If you were a dog, what kind of dog would you be?
A chow chow husky.
Okay.
That's right.
You got that
That's
right.
I thought if you said Shih Tzu, I was going to say that's wrong. But
Yeah.
a Chow Chow is correct.
Yeah, Shih Tzu, that sounds too close to a bad word.
It sounds too close to the name Gratiot Avenue in Detroit.
Yeah, there's actually a street called Gratiot. It's spelled Gratiot. Pronounced Gratiot. Like great shit.
Do people call it batshit?
Yeah. All right.
Batshit Avenue. I already got to do editing post-production.
Guys,
Don't worry.
guys.
Yes.
I got more questions.
Okay.
Amanda, what is the best city in the world?
It?
The best city in the world.
New York City, baby!
New York City. You get 3 points because that is
Alright.
the second best city in the world is Generosity.
Oh, because we like to tap into the good side of the human spirits.
That's right.
All right, Amanda, I got a couple more questions for you. How many pounds of waste does one human being create in one lifetime? Too much thinking. Nope.
I think her lips are moving, but sound isn't coming out.
Nope. Why do zebras have stripes?
So they can blend in to the grass.
That is correct. That is correct.
Why do leopards have spots?
So that they can blend in also.
That is also correct.
Yep. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I mean, it's right in her name.
She's in Santiago, Chile.
Yes, yes.
You got it. What is your favorite time signature?
4-4.
4-4. It's 4 on the floor. It's easy
Yeah,
to
that's
understand.
right. Me and Roni know what's
It's
up.
got a beat and you can dance to it.
Dance music.
You don't need none of this 7/8.
Yeah, get out of here with that time signature.
Nah.
All right, I got one more question, then I'm going to hand it over to Roni.
All right.
Okay? All right. How was the world different when you were a child?
There were more trees.
Too long of thinking.
Too long of thinking. That's what my
Gotta be-
teacher used to say to me.
Gotta be mean sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Roni.
Write out your answer in the form of an essay. Oh, too long for thinking.
Too long for thinking.
That's right.
Nope. But it's okay, Amanda. You got lots of points. Don't even worry.
All right, I got some questions here so we can get to 20. Do you want alligators or crocodiles?
Crocodiles.
Oh, yeah. Crocodiles have the longer snout. The alligators have the short. But you already know that because you're a dog walker and you know about animals.
I think it's
That one thing follows. The daffodils or dandelions?
daffodils.
Daffodils.
Oh, wait. Let me get her a point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you got 2 because you answered
You had some
questions.
points in escrow that we
Yeah.
They have interest, so
to-
you get one more because
I-
of the interest.
I checked.
Yeah. Let's see. Crocodiles or daffodils?
Crocodiles.
Oh, good choice. Lions or alligators?
Lions.
Lions. Dry erase or permanent markers?
Permanent markers.
Do you think the universe expands forever or it's going to compress back down and blow up again?
I think it's going to keep expanding and then blow up.
Whoa,
I knew she was right before she even said it.
that's a quantum answer.
Yeah.
Moby Dick or Bartleby the Scrivener?
Gotta go with Bartleby.
I would prefer not to. Yes, that's 3 points. I would prefer not to. Duplo or Lego?
Lego.
Lego.
Oh, yeah.
See, they're smaller, they're more intricate. You can build more detailed.
Detail.
Yes.
Amanda's about detail.
Well, it goes with the quantum universe. Cotton or polyester?
Cotton and polyester.
Cotton, please.
Cotton. You know.
No.
No.
No, because I got disco suits and the polyester.
Oh, disco suits. Sorry. We said you couldn't get one wrong, but the disco suits are very lovely.
I do this game. I let you on this game. Roni. You see what you did? You got one more question.
Oh, I can't read that.
Okay. Poly or Latin?
Oh, yeah. Pali or Latin? The ancient dead tongue used in Theravada Buddhism for the Pali Canon and other Buddhist chants, or Latin, the ancient dead tongue for Christianity, used in Christianity chants.
What about Latin but polysyllabic words?
Polysyllabic Latin.
I'll give it to you.
Dies irae, that's correct.
All right. Hey, that's the end of that round of Tony questions with 20 questions. Tony and Roni giving you the questions. Oh.
Now I will leave. Here I go. Bye-bye.
Bye, Roni. Bye, Tony. Oh, hey, we're back. Did you like our friends Tony and Roni?
Yeah, they're very delightful, charming guys.
They really get in there with the questions to like get to know you, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Roni taught physics at the community college for 18 years.
You wouldn't think by
Yeah.
looking at them, but you know.
I wish I'd had a professor with a leisure suit like that.
So which one of those questions struck you the most? Like what do you want to talk more about in that list?
Well,
that
you
we
know,
gave
the
you?
one that tripped me up, surprisingly, was how was the world different when you were a child?
Yeah,
It's
Well,
cra-
that's interesting. Why don't we expound upon that?
sure.
Well, I feel like the world is super different from year to year, let alone, over 40 plus years.
This is. We were talking about this the other day. It's
And
like,
I'm glad that this
yeah.
is the one that you chose.
That's
actually.
great because I always thought when I was growing up, I thought like the world is going to change. Okay, I get it, right? You're young. Old people say you're young. The world's going to change, and then it does. Okay, but then it does again and again and again and again. Right?
And you keep, I mean, I have this ambivalent relationship to nostalgia these days because there was a time when I felt like I was happier, but I think in a few years, maybe I'll think that I was supremely happy right now, So yeah, you think about all of these times or not when it changed, but before it changed, and then you try to identify what it was that changed so that you can change it back maybe, but that's impossible.
Yeah, you can't go home. You can't step in the same river twice. You can't, it's like even visiting New York, it's never the same city.
It's, especially, but you can actually feel it when you're there, you know, because things are constantly shifting and changing before you. Buildings are changing, facades are changing.
So my dog walking route is in the same neighborhood where I was born and I grew up.
Ah,
I feel like, oh, hello, baby.
That's Izzy.
Izzy's supposed to be trapped upstairs, but Izzy is hanging out with us here on our international flotilla.
If she could, she would ask you some questions.
She's a great mascot. I like her.
Meow, 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 meow.
And I mean, I find myself, on this kind of Proustian excursion of nostalgia every single day, especially now when the weather is really beautiful. I just sort of like drift past these old storefronts, and I used to remember, all of the 5 different businesses that were there during my lifetime. And I go to certain street corners and doorways just to kind of check in with them and see like how it feels to stand there now versus how it felt 10 years ago or 5 years ago.
Have you experienced that, Yvonne?
It's giving me chills,
Yeah.
because it makes me realize that a lot of it has to do with awareness. Now, I recently had an experience that was more in my older years. So I was 18, and I had my first apartment in Rochester Hills, Michigan. And I just now coincidentally happened to be working across the street from my very first apartment. When I lived there, I dreamt of moving to New York, and I didn't know what it would feel like. And I remember feeling that. And upon working across the street from there, I stood in front of that house, looked at it, and felt like I had so much more knowledge. And I can't describe exactly that feeling, but it has to do with time travel.
Yeah, it
I
feels
think
like
time travel, and also the ghosts of dead people that are around that are speaking to you a little bit.
my neighborhood here in Corktown, Detroit. I lived a few different addresses in the same neighborhood, and I'm usually on foot, so these close together distances seem like they're farther apart. So when I walk to the far end of the neighborhood, I feel like it's 15 years ago sometimes, because it's the same surroundings I used to be around. So that's sounds similar to what both of you are talking about.
It is, yeah. I'm glad that all of us sort of understand, the wistfulness of this mood.
And kind of attached to this question, or what we're talking about, how did Amanda specifically, how did you feel about bugs and things and observing things when you were a child? Were you less afraid? Did you like doing things like that?
I was never afraid of any animal. In fact, in school, we had to study Madagascar cockroaches, which is this like very large kind of cockroach that is not dangerous at all, but it's just really large and ugly, and it hisses.
Ugh.
And I used to pick them up and give them a kiss. And everybody else in my school, and this was not unusual, everyone else just thought that I was terrible and disgusting for doing that.
That's amazing. I used to be afraid of bugs, and I wouldn't pick them up. I would see people like you do that and just be astonished. I couldn't figure it out. But then for some reason, I wasn't grossed out by gore. So when we had to dissect like a cow's heart in 6th grade or something,
Ooh.
and I had no problem with that, and everyone else was grossed out. So I don't know where the line is drawn. And then I became vegetarian later. By the time I was in college, I was like, not dissecting
Joe
things.
taught me how to be vegetarian. Or he didn't on purpose do this, but he put into my mind that this is a possibility. You can eat food that is not meat.
It is possible.
That's wonderful.
I grew up in a meat-eating household, let's just say.
I did too. And right now, I'm actually on a paleo diet for health reasons. A doctor told me to be. So I'm eating more meat now than I usually do. But I have been vegetarian before. Maybe I will be again. It's just hard when there's so many delicious types of food. I have FOMO about food.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I want to take you down to the farm, Amanda. How do you feel about coming down to the farm with me and Joe right now?
I'd love it.
All right, but we're going to task you with one thing. You have to count how many sheep there are. Are you ready? Let's go down to the farm. Let's go down to the farm. Let's go down to the farm. Here we are. Oh, look. See some chickens?
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice chickens.
So we've got to figure out, the game here is how many sheep are there. Got to count the sheep and not fall asleep while doing it.
Yeah, don't fall asleep, Amanda.
Okay.
Yep, that was one sheep.
4, 5, 6.
That one was a crocodile.
Oh, yeah, that was a crocodile.
Now, oh, a lamb.
Oh, lambs are kind of like sheep.
I'm going to count up your points afterwards.
Okay. Yeah.
In 19.
19. The correct answer is, in fact, 19. Congratulations. That is incredible. Now, that is
Okay, stop the oh my gosh.
I know, that's a lot of points.
It doesn't stop.
17 sheep and 2 lambs.
Oh, we didn't even ask for lambs. She's going above and beyond.
She has the ears of a professional DJ, and she can discern such things even while we're talking over the sounds.
It was really amazing.
Over Zoom.
Over Zoom. How did
Amazing.
you do it?
You could do anything over Zoom, didn't you know?
You proved it.
Mm-hmm.
It was really nice going to the farm with you, Amanda. That was really nice. I hope you didn't get any mud on your shoes.
That's what the boots are for. You know?
Have you actually been to an actual farm in your life?
I have.
How was that experience?
It was fun. Well, I mean, speaking of being a vegetarian or not, it's the kind of farm that raises animals for meat. And my sister used to work there. And, so once in a while she would get to know an animal that then had to be slaughtered. And so that was difficult for her. But I only ever saw the animals like once, and then I wouldn't see them again for years. So I wouldn't remember the animals. So for me, it was delightful. I would just keep animals, and I didn't have to think about what would happen to them.
Was that the only time that you ever went?
No, I would go. I mean, while she was working there, I would go every time I visited her. So every 6 months or so.
Oh, that's cool.
And I loved the hens. Actually, they would not be slaughtered because they were kept for their eggs. And the hens that were kept for eggs were so tame and fluffy and beautiful and intelligent. And then the chickens that were kept to be slaughtered, for meat, were like really stupid. And sometimes they would die because they would sit on top of each other, and they didn't realize that that's what they were doing.
So awful.
Yeah, you could tell that they were so much more inbred, and it didn't matter as much.
Yeah, because they're kind of just, they're rifled through, that's how I remember the first time I went to a PETA. There was a roving PETA people that came by to town to show us videos. This was before like the internet is the way that it is now, and they showed all the videos of that kind of stuff.
I mean, I used to be around a lot of sort of animal rights people, and I'm not now, even though I still am vegetarian. But I knew a few people that went to Farm Sanctuary in New York, in Ithaca.
Oh yeah, that place is great.
Or Watkins Glen, actually. Watkins Glen by the Finger Lakes.
Mm-hmm. There are many farm sanctuaries in around here, but all over the world now. It's getting to be a movement.
That's cool. You can see how out of touch I am, because I'm like, the one farm sanctuary in Watkins Glen.
It's what I use social media for. I follow all these places on Instagram, all these cat rescues and all these farm sanctuaries. It's really quite inspiring.
Cool.
Where would you say that your love for animals began?
I was born with it. I mean, I just always had it.
Yeah, you said you were never afraid.
Yeah, never. And I don't know. I can't remember a time when I didn't want animals to be near me all the time. And it just, I mean, I guess I inherited it. My father grew up in Puerto Rico, where animals are just everywhere. It's so warm, the climate is so great, that dogs and cats and farm animals
living together.
They live together. If you have your horse sometimes wanders down the road, and the neighbor finds it and brings it back to you. And it's just,
I found your horse.
Yeah. So I guess it's, in my DNA that way. My father grew up around animals, and it wasn't a big deal for him. My mother had more of a middle-class European existence, but her family always had pets, very beloved named pets. I got it from both of them.
I had the good fortune of visiting Puerto Rico and Jamaica some years ago, and the way that animals, especially dogs, there were a lot of dogs that were sort of community dogs. They were cared for, and they weren't in bad shape, but they didn't belong to anybody. They were just kind of like that community's dog. And I thought that was kind of a cool way that things can work.
It is really cool when you see that. It is true that over there it's much more common. than here, where everything has to be owned by one person.
Actually, on our block, right here in Corktown, we have a turkey that someone cares for, and it wanders around the neighborhood and was roosting on the hood of Matt's car one morning.
Oh, I'm yet to see that.
So we've got a community turkey here
You're
I
lucky.
thought I was the community turkey.
named Tilly.
Speaking of dogs, we have a secret message for you, Amanda.
What's
And you
that?
can win a lot of points with this one. You just have to listen really carefully. This will require your listening skills. Are you ready to hear a message that is actually backwards? So it sounds like maybe Satan said it, but it's just us. So it's just us. So you have to listen very carefully and you'll have to decipher what it says. We'll give you a few tries.
Yes, I am ready.
Okay.
Want to hear that again?
Yes. I would say it says, "Good morning. How are you today?"
Good
Oh,
guess.
it was a tough one. I gave you a little clue setting it up, but I wasn't very clear, perhaps.
I can give it one more clue.
Oh, yeah.
It's also the title of a Weird Al Yankovic song from the album Polka Party, which is in the style of the Talking Heads, and is about has a line about bending paper clips. So the name of that Weird Al song is this phrase that we said backwards.
It's a popular phrase.
Oh no.
It's something we've talked about a lot today, actually.
That's the type of clue that only I would get. So don't feel bad if that doesn't give you the answer, because
I'll give you another
I've got
clue.
those memorized.
Five
Yeah.
seconds. Okay. Oh no. I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're going to reveal it to you. It's a dog eat dog world.
It's a dog eat dog world. There
One-
it is.
It was a brain teaser. I'll give you a point for being a good sport.
Yeah, you really tried, for real, because that's like a hard one to get.
I
There's
really,
a dude on YouTube that speaks backwards that you can say something to him and he thinks for a second and then
What?
he phonetically says
Oh
it
my
backwards.
gosh. If we did that with him, we'd be losers.
you got to get him on the show.
That's a good idea.
Okay, let me go right to him.
Bye, Joe. So we need a little bit of song and dance before we wrap things up. I'm going to give you a couple of topics and you need to choose two of them. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Cockroaches, dog outfits, radio, dissecting frogs, and vegetarianism.
I'm going to say dog outfits and cockroaches.
Okay, so now with these two topics, which I've extracted from the time that we've been talking, so a couple of things that we've mentioned, we're going to play this lovely little song. And for 30 seconds, you have to sing about these two topics without hesitation. And this is how we judge you. Are you ready, Amanda?
Are you ready to be judged?
I was born ready.
All right. Here's some music.
Dog is wearing his boots. He's gonna step on the cockroaches today. Don't step on my cockroach pet. Just wear your beautiful boots and keep them clean.
I love it.
love my dog's outfit. I hope the roaches don't crawl on it. I love the pleats in her skirt. And I love the polka dots on her sweater.
Yeah! Hooray!
Woo! Oh man, I went past 30 seconds just because I loved what you were doing.
Oh my God, thank you.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa!
That's
Whoa! The
going
points.
out of-
Wait, here they come again.
The points.
Ah!
Ah!
Whoa! Whoa! Lots of points.
We don't even know what to do. So, we got a little song and dance here. I did ask, I don't know if you ended up doing this, but did you bring any piece of your writing to share with us today, since we're kind of on the stage right now?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I picked out something that's not too long.
Excellent. Why don't we play some nice lounge music while you...
Yeah.
or should we not do any? Does it...
This is from a short story about a woman who designs music videos.
Ooh.
So this is just a short passage about what she's dreaming up.
By Amanda Nazario.
As we undress on the couch, I realize that in Molly Meadows' ballroom in the video, there needs to be a window open. We're making love, and I am thinking of this. Just as the row of ants trickled into the ballroom and mingled with the veritable carpet of other bugs, so must one or two white doves fly in through this window, soon followed by many other birds. Some of them can be richly colored macaws and other parrots. Others can be white birds that are colorized digitally. And they are all flocking into the ballroom because they're eating the bugs. Molly plays piano and sings, ecstatic, with the rainbow of birds flapping all around her as they fight over the bugs. And she is laughing. Her laughter makes her flicker from black and white into color, intermittently at first, like an old TV being hit. That's it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
I could see it.
Would it be appropriate to give her a lot of points for this?
Definitely. Lots of points.
get
There we
that.
go.
Okay, yeah. That was really good.
I keep thinking a train is coming, but it's
yeah,
just getting
it's
lots
not
of
a train.
points.
That's the points train.
That's the points train. Here it comes.
So, Amanda, that was really nice. What inspired that piece? How long have you been a writer, and what kind of...
Oh, that's so nice of you to ask, because I feel like I write so infrequently these days. I feel like when I started to be a radio DJ about 10 years ago, the writing became much less of a priority. But I've been a writer much longer than I've been a DJ. I started to write in high school, and I was lucky enough to be in a high school where that talent was fostered a lot. And so I decided to go to college for writing, and then I went to grad school, got an MFA in fiction writing. And yeah, that piece is just, I don't know, it's probably the type of writing that I've done the most of. It's just short stories about 20 pages long. And most of them end up being about women and sort of women's desire for independence and empowerment. And I don't know, there's usually a lot of music in it too, and a lot of animals.
Well, those are definitely things that are prominent in your life, for sure. And you've actually coached some people with writing too, which you've done a really nice job with.
Oh, that's so cool of you to remember that.
I know of one person in particular. I felt like you really helped her excel with her writing and find a piece of herself that, it's really hard to kind of tap into that. Not everybody thinks of themselves as a writer, and
not everybody is, and that's fine. I think sometimes people get jealous, like, oh, I wish I could write like that, but there's plenty of other things that you can do instead. But yeah, no, you're talking about a mutual friend of ours,
yes.
With whom I had like a weekly FaceTime meeting where we would just either talk about writing or write silently in each other's presence.
It was really neat to see her evolve.
That's very cool. That kind of is reminiscent of being in a classroom, I suppose, because one of the few times that I consistently wrote in my life was in class because I was being forced to in college.
All right.
And I enjoyed it, but the way it worked was you get the assignment at the top of class, you turn it in at the end, and you sit there silently and all write together during that time. So doing this over Zoom with a friend seems appropriate as an extension of that sort of.
I had a high school professor who, I shouldn't call him a professor because he was a high school teacher, but he was like a guy very high up in the academic ladder who was qualified to teach college but preferred to teach high school. And he always told us that the best writing is done with a gun to your head, just absolutely on the spot, where you're forced to create. And I don't know if I really agree with that, but sometimes you do have to force yourself. I mean, it's just, it's the way it is, because when you procrastinate, it'll be years will go by and you haven't written anything.
It's true. Well, we're kind of winding down. We're about 10 minutes away from the top of the hour. So I thought that I wanted to say thank you so much for kind of letting us pick your brain today.
Oh, you're so welcome. This is so wonderful. I hope
Take you for a couple of rides, but we do have a special surprise for you.
Because you accumulated 21,368 points during the course of
Joe's
today.
been keeping track. I mean, it's a lot.
21,368 points. Some of the points are worth more than others, so these numbers don't take the final.
It's like really complicated sometimes how we like actually crunch those numbers.
We actually took the way that Spotify uses to figure out how much they pay each artist, and then we made it more complicated than that.
wow.
Right. Anyhow, we have a ride for you on a haunted roller coaster to finish off this show. So
so hopefully, well, get your Scream on because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, I can't wait.
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
Let's get on here. All right. Oh.
Wait.
Goodness. It's really you guys.
Oh!
Oh, now we're going up.
Who punched me?
All right, here comes the haunted house. We're going through the doors. Oh, we're in the haunted house. Oh, there's a plastic monster. Whoa, it's scary. That was it. That wasn't too scary.
Hey, we survived.
That was it.
The old ghost woman in the rocking chair was very scary.
Oh, that was my mom.
She's got a peanut butter jelly sandwich in one hand and a game of solitaire on the little card table next to her.
Yeah, my mom has a side job as a ghost at a haunted house.
It's a good way to make ends meet.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Well, I hope that you had a fun time. We're going to print out some of your tickets so that you can redeem them later.
These are your points.
And
they can be redeemed for all kinds of stuff back at the gift shop.
Okay, thank you.
So you can't say that we didn't give you nothing.
I would never say that.
All right. Well, thank you again, Amanda. And that's it. We're signing off from Win-Win Situation.
This has been Win-Win Situation. Here's the theme music again in case you forgot it. It's the theme music one more time on Win-Win Situation. Win-Win Situation is fun for me and you.